Alright guys, welcome back to another Mask Momentum video. Peter here, and we're going to talk about the semifinals of the Calling Hartford here. On the left we got Cody Williams coming in the 7th seed, playing Kassai versus Vore, actually drafting Rhinar in the top 8 of this Calling top 8 draft here. Something, a little bit of insider information was I was talking to Chrissy Ollie in between. We were watching Vore's quarterfinal game, and we were talking about life, different testing and stuff like that. And he was saying that all the drafts that they were doing going into this, Vore was just hard forcing Rhinar, and I was like, oh, that's like kind of funny. And then I was talking to Fang, and I was like, damn, Vore's on Rhinar, and he was like, yeah, I thought he was forcing it because he had a pick to where he could took 2 premier brute cards, and he sees a red trade-in the back of the pack and just immediately slams it. And so Vore did win his quarterfinal games against Dr. Patel, and then now he is going to be in the semifinals game versus Cody Williams. Vore always tries to go with those little bit of those wacky kind of strategies here to get it in there. And I love on stream how they have all the Marvel heroes, but the young Rhinar doesn't get a Marvel hero in this set. So he just has the cold foil promo from a previous set, which is kind of funny. Alex with a great setup here is going to have a might and a agility token from that blue. Let's see if he wants to do anything else on this turn. It looks like he has a trade-in in hand, but it looks like a blue trade-in, so not something that increasingly wants. So Kassai, if you don't know, whenever she draws a card, her sabers, her weapon attacks cost 1 less for the turn, and then she can banish 2 reds and 2 yellows, and then whenever a weapon would hit, she would make a gold token, which helps on the side of making your things cost less. And then Rhinar is whenever you discard a 6+ power, you would intimidate your opponent. Looks like this Cody Williams hand is pretty bad. Has quad red, decides to just play this draw sword and then come in with hot streak for 5. Is gonna come in for, does not have to pitch for it because you drew a card for this turn as well. So coming in for 5, something that hot streak is really good about in this set is that because everything is really kind of like an attack action and not a non-attack action, hot streak gets go again naturally a lot of the time. So, but we do have that raw meat here at for Vore for his equipment, and has the double token because of the blue token generator on turn 0. So this does block for 2 here. Let's go over a little bit more of the equipment here as well. Vore has the helmet where you can pitch 3 and prevent the next 2. He has Gauntlet of Might and Flat Trackers, which is going to make him a Might and an Agility, so he can turn that raw meat on again, which is going to be the one that blocks for 2 and then for 1 as well. And then Cody Williams also has Flat Trackers on his side, and then he has the Vigor block for 1 chest that Yuanji also had, and then he has the one to where if he has an Agility and a Vigor token, it blocks for 2 and then 1, just like raw meat on his arms, right? So Vore's going to start with this. He has a red trade-in in his arsenal. Might be the one that he prioritized super highly. So he's going to just he's going to discard draw. He's going to discard that Pound Town and then draw a card. He's going to intimidate one of these cards. Also, Cody did not arsenal on his first turn as well. So did not arsenal that card that he saw, obviously. So that's pretty good. And then he's block for 3, take 1 here from that trade-in that had the Might and the Agility. And then now you can come in with Claws because he did discard a 6 or more from that trade-in. So he's going to Claw for 3. And then he can easily Claw for 3 again if he wants to. This is the power of Rhinar in draft, right? These little wonky cards that you don't really like people don't draft really highly, like trade-in. They're really good, specifically in this. So it looks like he has a quite blue heavy hand. That is something that I've seen from Rhinar. Just a little bit don't want to be like draw discard type, because you want to play more of these block 3 kind of like setup cards here. But to be able to do turns like this to where he just has like multiple go against stuff. So Cody takes this additional 3, should be at 16 because he takes the 1 originally, and then this 3. That's what Vore has as well. If he has a 2-cost attack, he can arsenal an additional card. So it does look like he has, looks like he has 2 cards. Oh, he's deciding if he wants to pop for his agility. Because Cody only has 1 card intimidated and then 1 card in hand. So there's no pop it to get that agility token, right? See if he also wants to pop the might token here or just keep it. Alex thinks a lot about his plays, right? Always tries to go through what is, you know, the best play he can make in any given situation here. So to come in with the, oh, he's gonna actually pitch the additional card to come in with here. Pitches the triple back on here as well. This one gets additional plus if you've intimidated this turn. I don't remember how much attack it actually comes with. Oh, so beast mode, it's a 4 attack and then gets +2 if you've intimidated this turn, so it comes in for 6. So Cody should be at 10 here, and actually keeps his 2 cards, which is very playable, which is going to be this wage agility, and then this blue coming in. So has wage agility. I think he could have arsenaled like any of these cards from last turn, so I'm kind of wondering why Cody didn't arsenal a card specifically on the previous turn, but I think that's fine. Vore looks like he has a couple block 3s in his hand. He has a blue adrenaline rush, he has a solid battery and double pack hunt as well. So wage agility comes in for 6, so unless Vore has double 3 block in his hand, Cody will also get an agility token. Vore has an agility token, so he doesn't really want to block this too much. So it's probably going to end up block it with 1 card. It's going to come with, you know, an attack and then come in with a claw at the end as well. So just blocks for 3. He's going to take 3, give Cody that agility token here. Alex got a lot of life to play with. He's going to be at 14. Trying to find a token for him. I know there was a lot of tokens. Okay, so finds an agility token. I'm just going to give it to Cody. Cody at 10, and then Vore 17 here. Oh, yes, take his 30, 14. Let's see what Alex has. So he does have a pack haul. It's coming in for 7. Red pack haul. Pack haul is just really grown in this limited set as well. Just being a rare 3 for 7 at red, and also just blocks for 3, right? Just like premiere everything you want. And if you have to block for it, also just like reveal the top card and know that you have a 6 on top, or put like a non-6 onto the bottom. Just like super good for what Rhinar and KO want to do, because you can block with that pack call, and if you have like a draw discard, know that there's a 6 on top, which is pretty good information for everyone. Alex is going to count Cody's deck. That is something that this game always could go to fatigue if something explosive doesn't happen, just because of the large range of attacks that happen. But something in draft, you get a lot more 3 blocks in draft that you do sometimes in sealed, because you know the randomness of sealed versus you know what you're drafting each time. So looks like he's gonna block for at least block for 5 here because it's the bigger, and then he's gonna come in for an additional 3 damage here. So Cody at 8. You can either keep this 2-card hand. You either keep this 2-card hand, or he can block this Mandible Claw and then just come in with the agility token, and he's just at least come in for 2 and 2 the following turn, which is not like, it is pretty good value here as well, but you know, kind of want to use your agility token a little bit better than just that. Vore definitely on the front of this game so far, definitely in the driver's seat. He's gonna have a 4-card hand coming up here as well. Let's see what Cody has in his hand here. Okay, first he's going to activate Kassai, so trying to get a gold token here if one of these hit. Come with 2 go again with that Centauri Saber, and then if you block with an attack action card, it gets +1. So it does need to block with a 3 block if he doesn't want this to go through. Kassai's ability is 1 to ever this turn, so if the Hot Streak or the Centauri Saber does hit, then he does get that gold token. So if Alex really doesn't want him to get this gold token, then he could definitely double block and maybe come in for a 3 for 7, but just depends on what he wants to do leading up in here. So he has a Pound Town, looks like an Assault and Battery. He has he's an Angle Windup, which is really strong, and then he also has just a blue block 3 in hand. So let's see, is 2 reds in hand as well. So the Assault and Battery and the Pound Town are both red, it looks like. So see if he wants to put one of his arsenal, one of them, you know, attack with one of them the following turn. He could just take 4 here and go to 10, and then like let Cody have this and then attack for 7 here. Okay, so Cody actually has an attack here, so it's gonna be Rising Energy for 6. It's gonna be that 2 for 6. He's drawing a card that costs 1 less to play. So let's see if Vore probably wants to block this now. He doesn't want to just take 8 onto the chin, because he doesn't have Go Again in his hand. So there's no block with that red Pound Town. See if he blocks with anything else here. Okay, so there's no block for 3, take 3, goes to 9. Vore does have multiple things here, let's see. Does have a red Assault and Battery, so could make a Quickening token if he wants to. Something Rhinar is really good at is because you get to Intimidate with all these massive amounts of like 2 blocks in your hand. So he just has it's a red Angle Windup, so he's just gonna attack for 7 here, and then he has the Assault and Battery in his arsenal as well. So attack for 7. Cody's gonna block with double 3 block. Has a lot of 3 blocks in his deck. Take 1 here. Vore's on an arsenal that's 7 from his arsenal, and let's see what Cody has on the backswing. 4 to 9 here. Looks like Cody's going to pop his gold token here that he got from the Kassai last turn. So his attacks are cost 0 this turn for his weapons. So let's see what else he can do. Looks at his graveyard a little bit. Vore's hand looks pretty red heavy here, so let's see what else he can do on the previous turn. So he's gonna make this this thing, it makes a vigor token and it gives the next thing +1. It costs 1, so he's gonna pop his agility token as well. And then he's gonna come in for the hot streak, so it's just gonna be for 3 with go again. If he blocks this, so this hot streak doesn't actually have go again either. So if he doesn't block this, right, then he's just gonna take 3, and then Cody's just gonna arsenal that card and then pass. But if he does block the hot streak for 3, then he can Centauri Saber right afterwards. So let's see what Vore really wants to do. He has a Clash of Agility in his hand, and then he has looks like a red windup, and a yellow. That red windup is really good in Rhinar because you can discard those, intimidate your opponent, and then give the Mandible Claws immediate go again through the entire thing. Let's see what Vore wants to do. Because he has the red Assault and Battery in Arsenal, so at the very least, if he wanted to block for 3 and then block for 2, and then he could come with that Assault and Battery, assuming that he has just a blue card in hand. But he's just going to take this 3 to the chin. Just going to go to 6, allow Cody to arsenal that last card. Cody's going to have a Vigor and an Agility token to start off the turn, the following turn. But let's see what Vore can do. Vore looks like triple red and then a yellow Assault Battery. So is it going to pop the gauntlets here and then make a Might token? That's what Vore's thinking about here. Then just going to come with the Assault and Battery red here. Yeah, so it has to pitch red and yellow here and discard that windup. So it's going to intimidate a card. And then Cody's going to have a prevention spell for 2. That's the one that's going to give him a Vigor token if he when he prevents damage here, and then Rhinar before the Rhinar Intimidate happens. Alright, picks the middle card here from the Intimidate, and then he's going to come in for 7. The Slap Happy is still going to happen here, still going to prevent 2. Does have the value with the arms here. So it's a block. A perfect 7 here, actually, from Cody, because he has the block 3 yellow card there. He's gonna make another Vigor token here, and then Vore doesn't have go again, so he's just gonna pass. Really, really good turn by Cody. Not what you want to see from Vore, right? Because he had, you know, triple red, yellow in his hand. He did have that mighty windup, so he could, if he had, you know, more resources in his hand, he might have been able to double claw plus the 7, but unfortunately didn't have the resources the following turn, the previous turn, and had to kind of have a pretty bad turn after taking just like 3 on the chin and like non-blocking. Played a very anemic hand. Has at least has an arsenal here. Let's see what else he can do. Can block for the 1 with the chest though, because he does have the double agility plus my token. Then Cody has 1 card in arsenal, 2 cards in hand. Oh, okay, so he uses double vigor to be able to play, you know, both of these, and then he's gonna Kassai them. Okay, so he's gonna activate Kassai. Vore's just like, it's perfectly fine, just leave it on the chain, because we know that you use them for Kassai here. So he's gonna play them and then put them down, and then he has Saber actually. So this is gonna come in for 7? Seven with go again here. So we're looking at that's entire Saber, and then it would get +1. Yeah, so then it would get +1 if he blocks with an attack action as well. So there's an attack for 7, and then for 2 with the hot streak, it's going to come in for 9. So Vore needs to block at least with this raw meat plus a card on the first one, and then a second card on the hot streak as well. Looks like he just has a wage agility, a pack hunt, looks like a trade-in as well in his hand. Then he has the blue 2 block that gives him the tokens as well in his hand. So trade in blue 2 block, another 2 block with agility, and then a pack hunt which blocks for 3. Vore arsenal another card in his hand. If he wants to keep the blue, what can he do in this hand? I mean, I guess he can keep, like, if the wage agility is a 6, then I guess you could, the wage agility is 6, I guess you could keep the trade-in plus the wage agility and then hope you draw blue off the top to play the arsenal, or come in with claw as well. You go like 4 plus intimidate and then come in with 7 for 11 damage, and that could get Cody if you can survive, because it gets to block with this raw meat. So this entire table only comes in for 6, right? So this is 100% block, right? This is the first one. You have to block 9 here. So he's coming in for 9, just to block at least 4. But if that Centauri Saber gets buffed, you have to block 5. It's like a pack hunt he thinks about blocking with. This is a very interesting spot, right? Like, if Vore had a better turn the previous turn, he wouldn't be in this situation. But now, the double vigor token also really, really helped out Cody here, because he gets to play both the 3, both of these. Oh, I guess the second vigor token didn't matter, because he would just have, he would have, the vigor tokens did help, right? Like, because he has the, I think he, with 1 vigor token it would have been fine, but the second one is kind of redundant, because he has the additional resource to play this hot streak. But damn, those vigor tokens really helping Cody in this situation as well. We're really thinking about this one. Seems like this might be, I don't think this is the last turn in the game, but maybe could be the second to last turn in the game, because he definitely blocked this out. Even if he has full block 2s, right? He did not die. Looks like he's thinking about blocking with the blue 2 block here. So he blocks with that, he could go to 1. You go to 2. Okay, blocked with the blue. So blocks for 3, and then takes 4 here, go to 2. Then makes agility off of the wage agility here as well. And it gets a gold token because of Kassai. It's gonna pop the gold token here. Draw a card. You still can Still can get the hot streak here. He's gonna come in. He's also gonna pop the chest that will give him a bigger token, so he can block with the other arms. He's gonna come in 2 with the hot streak as well. He's gonna block 3. And then Cody's just gonna pass his turn. Vore does have a might and a vigor. He has the red trident. Does he have a 6 to discard with it? He does have the 6 with that wage vigor. It draws a card. So Intimidate 4. Vore could have a 4 or a 6 power in his arsenal. It'd be extremely good. Cody could block with a 3 block plus the armor here. Looks like Vore drew a red. Oh no. Unless he has a 1 cost in his arsenal, he wouldn't be able to do anything else for this entire turn. Because with 4, guess you could block with a 3 block plus the arm for 4 here, and then have 2 cards in his hand, and then if Vore comes in with a 7 and you have double 2 block, you live out 1 and don't die. I think what are the ways you die here as Cody, right? From this 4. So you have 3 2 blocks in your hand. Okay, it's not just gonna block for 3 and take 1. Doesn't block with the arms here. Still has 2 cards in his hand plus the block for 1. Or doesn't look. Doesn't look like there's not a lot of cards that he can play from his arsenal for only 1 resource, if that is a red. Most of brute stuff is 2 to 3 cost. It's just gonna pass here. Alright, Vore didn't have anything, just had a red card in his hand when he drew up, so it's not going to be specifically what he wanted, but see if he can survive this turn at 2, Cody at 3. Doesn't seem too likely, but is a possibility. It looks like he has a couple of 3 blocks in his hand at least. From Vore's side, has 3 blocks and then a 2 block. Cody comes in with a wage gold with go again. Had the vigor token, so he has 1 floating as well. It does wage the gold here. Alex could multi-block this with 3 blocks, take 1, go to 1, and technically survive. It looks like I need a block for 8 here. So we had defense direction. And Cody gets it as well. Alright, Cody with the semifinals win goes to the finals. Vore had a really great start, just didn't have the turn he needed to have resources to be able to play the game. He just had like triple red, yellow, couldn't capitalize on having that basically free 5-card hand versus Cody. Couldn't close it out when he was at 4. So Cody with the victory here. Cody goes on to the finals with Kassai. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we go over that finals game. See ya.